Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I have a video for you guys about something that I didn't really want to talk about, but it was requested of me in my Tumblr, and I think it's fair because if you follow my Tumblr at all, I've kind of been a little bit open with it, and it's kind of been known what I've been dealing with and have been dealing with for a couple of years now, and I think it's kind of finally time that I sit down and talk about it in a way that's a little bit more personal and a little bit more helpful maybe to some people out there who are still struggling or are kind of at the tail end of it and they don't really know where they are and they don't really know who to talk to or what to do if they don't feel like they are in the right place or they feel like they're weird and they're doing something wrong or whatever. I'm here kind of to let you know that you're not, and I promise. So the topic is my eating disorder, and I'm just kind of gonna take you through what happened, where I went, what I did, where I am now, and kind of leave the floor open for any questions, and I could probably do like a follow-up video if there's more questions that I haven't answered or specific things. So let's just dive right into it and get started. Basically, when I was about a senior in high school is kind of when I started to really focus on being healthy, and I really wanted to look good I had my first real boyfriend, and there's prom, and there's all of these things, and I just felt like there's a lot of pressure on me to be looking a particular way. And I always grew up with a mom who's dieting all the time, always kind of making appearance to be the most important thing above all else, and she always would there'd be comments made about how fat she was, which would always make me think, well, if my mom, who is significantly smaller than I am, is fat, what does that make me? And that's really hard to hear from your mom, and as even through my recovery and stuff and being at home, it's still been very hard because she's still very much like that, and she did have an eating disorder when she was my age, so it's not surprising, and I do think it's hereditary, and I do completely believe that part of the reason that I am susceptible to this is because of my mother and her predisposition to this. I think one of my great aunts also had this, her aunt had it, so it's in my family. So when I kind of started to get really involved with being healthy and like wanting to lose some weight, and I've never been overweight. I am 5'7", and I weigh 125 pounds of my highest weight in high school, and that was not unhealthy by any means. I've never been unhealthy. So me wanting to lose weight maybe was not great to begin with, because I probably didn't need to, but I just wanted to feel good about myself. So in doing that through high school, I lost a little bit of weight, maybe like 5, 6, 7 pounds in that general range, but nothing noticeable, nothing major. And then when I went away to school, I got another boyfriend. I had friends, and I was doing new things that I'd never done before, and it was really exciting, but I was also very much more in control of my surroundings than I had been. I was not being told to come to dinner every night. I was not at school getting lunch. I was on my own. I was using my own money. I was more able to do things that I wanted to do, and that meant I could have the control that I wanted. And as time went on, my mom got into an accident when I was going into my freshman year of college, and in that accident it kind of made me have to grow up. I felt more responsible for people like my sister, and to help keep my family going and to help keep things together, and I was always that person. I've been that person for my friends. I was the person that didn't get upset, and I didn't get emotional, and let things roll off my back, and I could take whatever you threw at me. And I think part of the reason that I did what I did, and the reason that I wanted this control and this ability to make myself feel strong was kind of, and I always said this to myself, was I wanted to look as fragile as I felt, but I couldn't be that. And I couldn't be that vulnerable because I needed to be strong for other people. So over the summer before I went into my sophomore year of college, my boyfriend dumped me via text while I was on vacation. And in that text, it kind of changed a lot for me because I had made friends with his friends, and I was only a freshman, so I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a support group built in. All of my friends were from high school. None of them were going to school with me. So when I went back my sophomore year, I kind of felt like I needed to start over. I didn't have a close group of friends. I had my roommates, and I had a couple girls that I've lived with up until my senior year. We lived together for 4 years, and they are amazing. And they do follow me on Tumblr, so if they're watching, I'm sorry. I know you guys know about this. But yes, so I ended up kind of feeling really alone and lost, and I had I lived with 2 girls that I knew and 1 girl who was my actual roommate who I didn't know very well, and I had nowhere to go. I felt very isolated, and I did that to myself too. I isolated myself from everybody. I got 2 jobs, I worked, I got great grades, I honed in on school and work, and I focused, and that was going to be what I did. I was going to be perfect in everything I did. And I lost a lot of weight, and I'm not going to use numbers because it is a very triggering thing for people to hear how low somebody got, because it is a competition, whether we want to admit it or not. People with eating disorders compare themselves to other people very regularly, and I still do it today all the time. So that being said, I lost a lot of weight and my parents got very worried, and thankfully I had no health issues. I was underweight, but that was my only health issue. I had no problems with my heart or any of my functions of my organs, and my blood work was always fine, and that's why I could get away with it for so long, because no one could be justified in telling me I needed to change something if they couldn't give me proof that you have a health problem and you need to change things. I was underweight, but so are a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. Whether you just are naturally that way or whatever, it's hard to tell someone to change something when you have no proof and hard evidence that they need to change it. So thankfully that actually helped me, because when I did get confronted by my parents and they were like, this is a problem and you need to change something, I was able to avoid having to go anywhere. I didn't go into treatment. I saw a therapist, and we did a Maudsley approach, not mini Maud, which is that whole 4,000 calories a day. That was never a thing. And my Maudsley approach was by far totally not the way it should have gone. It should have been mom or somebody made every single meal for me, and they sat with me and they made sure I got the number of calories I needed, the nutrition that I needed, and all of that. What really ended up happening in my case was I was in charge. I made my own food. I ate by myself a lot. I had complete control still, and that was wrong. And I still went to school the next semester, and I kind of am still at a point where it's very hard for me sometimes. I don't like eating during the day. I won't lie about that. I do not enjoy it. It makes me very anxious. I eat at night. I'm very much better at eating real food and real dinners and stuff like that, and not sticking to the same thing. And Michael has been so helpful in that. When I was with Luke, I never had that. I never felt comfortable eating around him. I do with Michael. I think it's been so much easier to talk to him about things, and I felt a lot more confident in being able to assert the fact that yes, I am hungry and that's okay, because for a long time it hasn't been that way. I'm still very self-conscious about how much I weigh. I am not overweight by any means, but I feel that way, and that's really hard because so much of me still knows that you're not where you should be necessarily, but then at the same time I'm like, I don't want to go farther because it's scary. So I'm still in a very ambiguous spot, and no, I don't feel like I'm doing it right, but I don't think anybody who is recovering from something like this feel like they're doing it right. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you what worked and what didn't work, because I didn't try very many approaches. I kind of was left to my own devices, and I still am, and I don't think I want my parents' help because it's never been super helpful and I'm not comfortable with them being involved. So having somebody to talk to about it, whether it be you guys here, which is great, and I am actually really happy I'm making this video, or it's Michael, or it's my best friend from home, they're all so great and supportive. My sister is too, and I know that she's gonna be the first one to reblog this video off of Tumblr, because that's what she's been doing, and I love her for it because she's amazing. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say because I'm getting emotional now. And that is not what I wanted. I mean, I kind of expected it, but I'm gonna try and edit this video as little as possible because it's not super long, and I kind of didn't want to make it too long anyway, because this could go on forever. But yeah, so if you guys have any other questions for me, please let me know. I just kind of glossed over a lot of stuff because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about or how deep I wanted to go. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you think it will help anybody else, also share it. If you guys are, feel free to leave a message for me on Tumblr or leave a message in the comments below, or my email is also in the About section on my channel page. Feel free to contact me there. Any way you like, any way you think is easiest. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter, and I'm on all of the social media, and I will leave all of those links below as always. If you guys do want to see more videos from me, please subscribe and you won't miss any. I will be uploading on Fridays and on Tuesdays. I have a monthly favorites coming up for you guys on Tuesday, and it will be A+. I've got a couple great things that I want to show you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate all of you guys and everybody who has supported me, both on Tumblr, in person, anonymously. All of that has been amazing, and I love you guys so much. See you guys later.